Hello, in this video I will demonstrate how to run a one-way analysis of variance using the IBM SPSS software. In this data file I have information about 75 individuals, 75 students actually. So I have a unique numerical ID for each student, and then I have another variable named instructional format indicating the type of instruction that each student received throughout the semester. And if I go to the variable view and look at the values of the instructional format variable, I can see that the code 1 is used to indicate face-to-face instruction, the value 2 represents hybrid instruction, and the value 3 represents fully online instruction. So these are the three types of instruction that were provided throughout the semester. Another variable that I have here is the variable score. This represents student results on an assessment that they completed at the end of the semester. So regardless of the type of instruction received, all students completed the same assessment at the end of the semester. And what I want to see is whether there are significant variations in student scores based on the type of instruction that they received. So to do that, I can go ahead and run an analysis of variance or one-way analysis of variance. So I go to the Analyze menu and then Compare Means, and then select One-Way ANOVA. And from my list of variables, I select test score and move it into the dependent list area because this is my dependent variable, the variable that I want to compare across groups. And then I select instructional format, which is my grouping variable, and move it into the factor area. This variable indicates to which group each individual belongs to. I also check this box asking SPSS to provide an estimate of effect size or the practical significance of the results in case my results are statistically significant. I also want to calculate some descriptive statistics by subgroup. So I'm going to go to the options button and check the descriptives here and then continue. And also, I want to run some post-hoc analysis. So if my results are statistically significant, analysis of variance will tell me whether the three groups are statistically different. However, it will not tell me exactly which groups are different. To do that, I need to run some post-hoc analysis. So I'm going to select the Tuckey procedure for this purpose and then click Continue, and then click OK. So now in my output window, I have my results. Notice that first I get some descriptive statistics by group. So I see here that the three groups each include 25 individuals, a total of 75 in my sample. The mean for the face-to-face instruction is 75. For the fully online instruction is 79. And for hybrid instruction is 75. So I can already see that there are some differences with the hybrid instruction having the higher mean on the score, the variable. I also get some other descriptive statistics such as the standard deviation, the standard error, and a 95% confidence interval for the mean. The ANOVA table is the one that provides the results for the one-way analysis of variance. Specifically, we get estimates of between groups variations and within group variations. We see that, for instance, for between groups, the degrees of freedom is 2 because we have three groups. 3 minus 1 is 2. For within groups, the DF is 72. This is the sample size minus the number of groups. So 75 minus 3 is 72. And the total degrees of freedom is 74, which is the sample size, 75 minus 1. We get the mean square for between groups estimation and within groups. And then the result of the ratio between the between groups mean square and within groups mean square is the F statistic, which is 87.803. This statistic is very high. As we can see, it is significant statistically. It has a p-value lower than 0.001, which is lower than our typical alpha level of 0.05. So it is, results are statistically significant. The table of effect sizes shows us the practical significance of the results, or the percentage of variance associated with these effects. So we can see, for instance, that eta squared is 0.7. This is a very high effect size. Typically, values closer to 1 indicate higher effect sizes, with values larger than 0.14 indicating very high effect sizes. So in our case, we have high effect sizes, so high practical significance of the results. Further, we have the results of the post-hoc analysis, or the Tuckey test. So the Tuckey test does pairwise comparisons between each pair of groups to see where the significant differences occur. For instance, here we can see the difference between face-to-face and hybrid, face-to-face and fully online. Then between hybrid and face-to-face, hybrid and fully online. Of course, these are going to overlap to some extent. And then fully online is compared to face-to-face and hybrid. The significant differences are usually marked by an asterisk. Here, all of them are marked by asterisks, so they're all statistically significant. And in the last table, we can see groups or subsets of groups that are similar and that are different from other subsets. In this case, all three groups are different from the other one. So each group is significantly different from the other two. We don't have subsets of groups. But it is possible in some situations, for instance, to get results that, for instance, are similar between fully online and hybrid, but different from face-to-face. So this is in a nutshell how to run and how to interpret the results of a one-way analysis of variance using the IBM SPSS statistics software.